Gibbs. He's coming off a nice showing last week, racked up a lot of yards, and reached the end zone once. It's the Lions and the Falcons, next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcon, have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
On play action, here's Ridder. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Ridder with it after the play fake. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7. Ridder from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 25 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short, Ridder. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Ridder. And it'll be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Hooker. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, here's Hooker. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Gibbs. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The Lions at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Hooker to throw it. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll go for it. Hooker. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Hooker. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
There's 3rd down and 4. Here's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Ritter now. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Ritter to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Working from the gun, Ritter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. He's got this into the hands of Hollins. Touchdown! Mac Hollins. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Koo now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Shifts by him. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now 2nd and 5. Hooker now off play action. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now a bootleg with Hooker. Sliding out of the pocket. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Montgomery, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Hooker. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, he turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He got back on track after 2 early interceptions with a touchdown pass on the last drive. And now they'll start here again, first down. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. In motion is Chenault. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Hooker. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Hooker's throw going into the hands of Williams. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Hooker. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hooker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Trying to throw again here, Hooker. And that will be incomplete as well. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Ridder off the play fake. Targeting blitz on the out route, and he's got it complete.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Hooker on first down.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Now Hooker.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Now 2nd and 9. Ridder. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's pretty well downfield as well.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw on second down, here's Hooker.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Looking to throw, Hooker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Robinson up the middle.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Again, it's Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed, a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Scotty Miller
from 6 yards away.
And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Big tackle for loss by D'Angelo Malone. Just an excellent play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ridder in this offense.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Hooker.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
To throw on 3rd down. Hooker.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team, may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Hooker.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Hand off now to Gibbs. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. The Lions on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
4th down, a give to Gibbs.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Going play action, Ritter. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Here is 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up Ford.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense set to take over.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Hooker's going to throw it. Got a man. That's Antoine Green.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
Here's Hooker.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing. Hooker.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hooker.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.